Hey there, this is Chad Garber, and in this video I'm going to do a live stream video where I'm going to show you various exercises you can do on the guitar to improve your overall playing. And so thank you so much for joining me. It's about 10:10 on the Saturday, and I just want to make sure it seems to be working. All right, and so here we go. I'll start off with a really basic one, and that one is. They're all basic, but they're all basically when you go slow. But I really believe that if you're stuck where you are playing guitar and you don't feel like you're improving, even though you're learning a bunch of songs. I mean, first of all, I think if you really are stuck at playing guitar, if you don't feel like you're growing anymore, you probably aren't learning a bunch of new songs. I would think, because to me that's one of the best ways to grow your guitar skills is by learning various songs and learning them at varying levels of difficulty. If you learn more and more difficult songs and you can keep on playing them, it means you are improving. But another way that you can really break yourself out of the box or break yourself out of your own limitations is by doing various guitar exercises. And that's really the point of this video, and I think it will really help you. Okay, it will help you if that's where you are. And so even if you're not there, I mean, if you don't do these exercises, it could help you as well, even if you're the most incredible guitar player ever. All right. So anyway, I'm gonna put it in clean station. All right. And so first, what I'm gonna do is it's gonna be I'm just gonna chromatic alternate picking. Okay. So it's what you do is you basically put your pointer finger on the first fret of the low E and pick down. And so this is guitar exercise number 1. I don't have the names of these, so I'm just gonna have to just call them number 1. So number 1. So put your pointer finger on the first fret of the E, pick down. Put your ring finger on the second fret of the E, pick up. Put your ring finger on the third fret of the E, pick down. Put your pinky on the 4th fret of the E and pick up. And then do the same thing to all the strings. And then go backwards. When you go backwards, you pick So you pick up when you're on the 5th fret or the 4th fret of the high E. You pick up, pick down when you're with your ring finger on the 3rd fret of the high E, and you're pick down. So pick up on the way. So it's hold on. Up with your pinky on the 4th fret of the high E. Down with your ring finger on the 3rd fret of the high E. Up with your middle finger on the 2nd fret of the high E, and then down on the 1st fret with your pointer finger on the high E, and then you go all the way down. And so what you want to do is you want to get it's very important to get a metronome to do this. And so I have a great metronome. It's called Metronome. Pro Metronome designed by, I don't know who it was. It was somebody. But anyway, so I use this one. So we'll start off real slow just to give you an idea. That's probably too slow, but get the metronome going. And then do that exercise. So the main thing is you just alternate pick. That's as far as picking up and down, you just start picking down and then you just alternate pick all the way up. And then you go all the way up to the 12th fret. So you do the whole thing and then you go up 1 fret at a time. So it would look like this. I'm gonna speed it up a little bit. But don't do it any faster than you can do it smoothly, okay? again, what's really cool about this, and I've said this before, but what's really cool about this is you can actually, you see yourself improve quantitatively. You can absolutely see yourself get better. In other words, like at one time, you'll be able to do it, you'll try to do it at a certain speed and you won't be able to. So then you slow it down and you do it a few times at different, and you build it up, and then you get to that speed and you can play it at that speed where you couldn't before. That is proof that you improved. You can play something that you could not have played before. And so to me, that's really cool. And so then you get faster and faster. Then, but it's important to not just get stuck. I mean, it's great to get it smooth, but you also want to challenge yourself and speed it up a little bit, even if it's a tiny little bit. Now, real quick, I think the technically right way to do it is you're supposed to put all your fingers on there first when you're going down. I don't do it that way, so, just so I'm teaching you correctly, if you want to put all your fingers on there when you're going down and just pull one off at a time, you can do that. I don't do it that way, so anyway. You get faster and faster, but you want to, again, to me, this is beautiful because it's proof. It means you got to be patient, because one day you can do it, and then the next day you might be able not to do it, or one day you won't be able to do it. The next day you might be able to do just a little bit faster. You want to get smooth, because sometimes I'll screw it up. So anyway, this works out every finger. So it's really awesome. That's the first one, okay? Let me think about the second one. That one I actually learned in a book, in a theory book, and so that's an officially good one. Now I got my other ones that I've made up myself, or that I've just kind of made up myself based on what I'm trying to accomplish, okay? Another one is, here's a fun one. Let's see, let's go to, what is it? What was my thing? 270 or what was it? Or 370? What was it? Or 300? Maybe it was 290. I'm trying to remember what it was. Here's the burn. And so on. So what this one is, this one's fun. This one's really good for your fingers too. But they're all good. But this one, all you're doing is because we'll start on the very first one. You put your middle finger on the third fret of the D, and pick down, and then pull off to the first fret of the D with your pointer finger, hitting that fret. So you do a hammer. So you pull off, and then you pull off to where your ring finger hits the third fret of the A. Okay, and then you pick up on the first fret. You put your pointer finger on the first fret of the D again, but you pick up this time. Then you hammer on to the third fret of the D again. Pick up on the first fret of the G, And then you hammer on, and then pull off. Yeah, so you hammer onto the third fret of the D, pull off the first fret of the D, and then you end up at the on the third fret of the A again. And so it goes, it's hard to explain, but it's I think you're only picking 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Okay, but wait. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think it's 3 times. So otherwise you're doing hammer-on pull-offs. And what this, and you can start off slow. Like we'll go to. Just get it as slow as you can. Get it down first. Okay, so so you go. So let me just recap that one again. So the first thing you do is you put down on the third fret of the D. And you hammer off to the first fret of the D. Then you pick down on the third fret of the A. Then you pick up on the first fret of the D again. Hammer on to the third fret of the D. Pick up on the first fret of the G. And then you hammer up back on the third fret of the D. Pull off to the first fret of the D. And then you pick down on the third fret of the A. And there's a couple different ways you can pick it. Like you could go, but I like doing it. So start off real slow. Whoops, what are you doing? What you doing there? So. And then go all the way up to the 12th fret and all the way back down. All the way up and all the way down. So that's the second exercise. And that one's fun, because it's cool to go as slow as you go, And you can use that same picking in format, just with different strings. Like just do it up and down the pentatonic scale, for instance. Well, actually, you have to start from the 3rd string. And so it's just really cool. To me, it's just kind of a cool one. Okay, so another one. Let me think of another one. So that was exercise 2. Let's go to 3. All right, let's see what we got here. Here's one. Here's one just for good bending. What was another one I did? All I'm doing there is, I don't know if that's a good one. Oh, that's a good one. So all I'm doing is I'm bending on the starting off the 15th fret of the B. I pick down and I pick up, and I bend down. I pick down and I bend up. And then I pick up on the 12th, so on that was on the 15th fret of the B, and then I pick up on the 12th fret of the E. And then I come back and I hammer on to the 15th fret of the B and pull off to then pull off to the 12th fret of the B. Yeah, and then I repeat. I might be doing it differently I might be doing it now differently than I did at the very beginning. This is how I do it. Okay, what I was doing. So there's two ways you can do it. We can call this 3 and 4. The third one is go all the way down, okay? And then the other one is all you do is you add a bend with your middle finger on the 14th fret. Then you get your pointer finger, pick up on the 12th fret of the B, and hammer on with your ring finger to the 15th fret of the B. And then repeat. Okay, so that's another one you go all the way. Those are kind of for bending. Let me think of some more. So that was 3 and 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're on 5. Okay. Let's see here. What's another one that I do frequently? Well, here's one that's just fun. Just do the pentatonic scale. Just do it where you just pick the very first note of each string. Actually, we'll say the pentatonic blues scale. Well, you know, on this one I just do up at first. Okay, scratch the blues one for now. Let's just we'll call the fifth one just the regular pentatonic scale. Okay, and so what you do there, so yeah, you go, let's start from the first fret. And you pick down with your pointer finger on the first fret of the E. Then use your pinky or your ring finger to hammer down on the 4th fret of the E. Then you go to the next string and you hammer down, or you pick on the 1st fret of the A with your pointer finger, and then you hammer on with your ring finger to the 3rd fret of the A. And then so on and so forth all the way down to the pentatonic scale. And then you go down. And then you go. So you hammer on and pull off. And then you hammer on and pull off to the next string. So. But you pick every string on the way down too. Does that make sense? Okay, so you do it that way, and then you do it up and down the strings. You know, get the pentatonic, you know. All the way up and all the way down, and speed it up as you go. Okay, so that's number 5. All right, number 6. Let's see. Man, I do this every I do this every 3rd day, and I can't remember any of them I'm doing right now. It's so funny, but I know there's a lot. Just doing those 5 would be super for you. What about the other one? Let's see. I'm trying to think. Well, you know what I also do is Aeolian scales, finger pick or alternate picking. So in other words, like. Well, here's one. Here's a good one. Well, okay. So this will be number 5, I think. This one's more for more advanced players, but still. And all that is I'm taking my pointer finger, put it on the first fret of the high E, taking my pinky, pick it down on the fourth fret of the E, and then I'm pulling off toward my pointer fingers on the second fret of the, pulling off to my middle finger on the second fret of the high E, and then back to the first fret. And then I go down, I do the same thing on the next string. This time, but I use my pinky finger on the second fret of the fourth fret of the B, pull off to the second fret of the B and to the first fret of the B. But then I hit my pinky, I hit the fourth fret of the G as the end of that phrase. So. And then I pick up, after I hit that one, I pick up on the B, the first fret of the B. And then I repeat. So I do that once, and I do that one 3 times. 1, 2, 3, and then I go each string, I do 2 after that. This is an Eddie Van Halen lick, is what it is. Again, this is more for advanced, okay? But all this is to give you an idea. Make up your own. You know, figure out what kind of things, like when you're trying to play a solo or you're trying to play a lick and you can't do it, slow it down, figure out what the part is that you can't do, and slow it down and make it into an exercise. To me, this is extremely helpful. Let's see, what about... Now this one is, I'm doing a... This is, again, maybe more for advanced, but I'm taking my pointer finger on the first fret of the A, hammering on with my pinky to the fourth fret of the A, pick down on the third fret of the D, pick up on the first fret of the G, I can't remember. Hammer on to the fourth fret of the G. Pick down on the second fret of the B. Pick up on the first fret of the E. Pick down on the fourth fret of the E. Pull off to the first fret of the E. Pick up on the second fret of the B. Pick up on the third fret of the G. Pull off to the first fret of the G. And actually what I do is I pick the third fret down, I pick down on the third fret of the A. Pick down on the fourth fret of the A and then end of the first fret of the A. And again, you can come up with your own picking if you want. You know, you can do that a bunch of different ways. I guess the point is that you can use that. the way back down. Okay, and then I also do pentatonics, the different pentatonic scales. I'm not going to go into this. I think it's going to be too complicated to well, not too complicated, but too much to explain right now. I'm trying to get some simpler exercises that you don't have to really. It's not a whole lot of theory. It just helps your fingers to get stronger. Let's see, what's another one I did? Okay, and then I'm trying to think of, there's so many more. Again, I guess the idea though is to come up with exercises that will really help you with the problems you're having. Like another simple one could be, oh, here's one. I was having trouble going, like, I was trying to do a more legato blues scale. And I was, to do that, you have to kind of go, like on the 4th fret of the G, you have to like pick down and then pull off. Pull off to the 1st fret of pull off to the 3rd fret of the B, G, and then the 1st fret of the G, and then pick down on the 3rd fret of the A. But I was having trouble. Doing that. No, actually, okay, I'm sorry. You're not supposed to pick down on that. You're not supposed to pull off. Yeah, the way that you do it faster was by picking the 4th fret of the G up and then pick down on the 3rd fret of the G. Anyway, it was something like that. And so what I came up with is a little 3-fingered. I just isolate. Yeah, here's the main point. I just isolated that part and ran it up and down the strings of the neck. And so there's things like that. You just want to isolate the problem and then come up with a little exercise that could help you improve. The whole point is like to capture the thing you're not be able to do, slow it down, use a metronome, play it slow, and then slowly increase it over time into where you can do it. That's the whole point of exercises, in my opinion. And so I'm going to pretty much end it there. There's a lot more. What I'm probably going to do is separate videos, individual videos of exercises you can do, because I have a lot of them. I just can't remember them as we're speaking. But that way I can, maybe do one exercise a video. And so, but anyway, this is just to give you a taste of what is possible and what you can do. And find one of your favorite licks that you can't do well. Slow it down and then speed it up and make it where you're systematically, here's what you're doing. You're systematically improving yourself at the part you can't do. Okay? And so that is the video. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully this was educational. And subscribe, by the way, if you want to see more of these, because I'm going to come up with all kinds of different things. I'm going to get world specific with the exercises. And I think there's a lot of them that will really help you, or any guitars, actually. And so thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.